Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. My name's Jack and today we're going over our bench boost team selection for the biggest double game week of the season, Double Game Week 29. In today's video I'm going to take you over how we got on in Game Week 28, discuss some transfer plans before we have a look at how the final Double Game Week 29 team lines up, as we do have lots of Double Game Week players playing this week. If you guys are enjoying the FPL videos, drop a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and also make sure those notification bells are turned on to not miss any more FPL videos in the build up to Double Game Week 29 and the remainder of the season. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. So first of all, let's have a look at how the team got on in Game Week 28 quickly. Overall, it was a very good week for us. We put up a total of 65 points as we did activate our free hit in Game Week 28. Just based on how our team was shaping up, I think it was a better decision to go for the free hit in Game Week 28 as opposed to Game Week 32. Obviously, Game Week 32 is going to be the other very popular week that managers are going to look to use their free hit. But by using our free hit in Game Week 28, we avoided having to take a -4 hit and still only having 10 players play. Plus, we didn't have Saka or Martinelli in on our team that wasn't a part of the free hit side. So with Saka picking up 18, Martinelli picking up 7, we would have taken a massive red arrow for Game Week 28 had we not used our free hit. So definitely necessary for us to use our free hit. And also we can easily make a couple of transfers and get away with having 11 players playing for Game Week 32 if we do plan out our transfers over the coming 3 game weeks to maximize the amount of players playing a full blank Game Week 32, as that is the other key game week to look out for, as there are quite a few popular teams in terms of FPL assets that are going to be missing out in Game Week 32. With all that in mind, let's just discuss how we got it in Game Week 28. Martinez in goals. He was one of the players that gave us one of the highest rank increases this week. 7 points for him in goals was a very good output. Aston Villa got themselves a clean sheet, plus Martinez picked up that save bonus as well. In my original free hit team, I did have that double Chelsea defence with Kepa and Chilwell. I'm glad I didn't opt to go for this option. Obviously, Chelsea did concede multiple goals. Martinez, on the other hand, got the clean sheet, so very happy with Martinez. Speaking of the defenders, though, Zinchenko, Trippier and Chilwell all did blank at the back. A bit frustrating there. But then in midfield, Maddison, Son, Saka, Martinelli all are providing returns for each of them in the middle of the park. Maddison and Son both picking up assists, and Saka and Martinelli combined for 25 points in their fixture at home to Crystal Palace. So very good to see, and very happy to have Saka in the side for this week, as he's a player that's not been in our regular team that has been hurting our rank recently. So good to jump on in this week when he had such a good score. And then the lads up top, we did opt to go for Harry Kane as our captain. It was between Kane and Saka. Unfortunately, went Harry Kane. Still, nonetheless, picked himself up a goal, doubled up to 12 points. But we would have seen an even bigger green arrow had we captained Bukayo Saka. Ollie Watkins also contributed an assist, so he's been a very good asset for us. He's also in our normal team, so very happy to have Watkins in the side once again. Tony did blank. It was a pretty good fixture, to be fair, at home to Leicester. Didn't have a massive amount of chances in this one. Just had the 2 points, and the players on the bench, Olsen got 0, didn't play. Davies and Botman both blanked, each of them with 1 and 2 respectively, and Andreas was just on there to allow us to spend extra money throughout the team. So overall, a very good week for us. Took our rank up to 690k as we do continue the push towards the top 100k by the end of the season. That sent us to take a 220k green arrow this week, so very happy with how the free hit team paid off. Let's discuss some transfers before we have a look at our game week 29 side. So after using our free hit chip, we do have 1 free transfer available, but we are looking to make 2 moves coming in to Double Game Week 29. The first one being Andreas out and Harvey Barnes in. Maddison could also be the player that comes in for Andreas here. I am looking to get in a Leicester midfielder, whether it's Barnes or Maddison. The reason I don't want to go for Matoma, he's not currently in my side. The reason I didn't want to go for him was to make our team more flexible for blank Game Week 32, as Brighton are a side that have a good chance of blanking. And if we do bring in Matoma, it'll mean we have a triple up on Brighton, which will mean we'll have to get at least a 1 Brighton asset out, or a Manchester United or Manchester City player out, and Rashford and Haaland, 2 pretty valuable FPL assets right now. So I don't just want to bring in Matoma just to transfer him out in a couple of weeks' time. And Harvey Barnes as well, got a great double game week fixture for Leicester, plus Leicester do play in blank game week 32 and have really good fixtures coming up. So whether it's Barnes or Maddison as the player I'm bringing in, I think they'll be a very worthwhile option. Barnes has been in good form recently, picking himself up a goal in his most recent game, and is actually bettering Maddison for underlying numbers in terms of expected goal involvements in recent game weeks. So potentially Barnes could be the better value option here at 6.7 compared to Maddison at 8.2. The second transfer we're doing is a goalkeeper transfer, once again to maximize the bench boost, have two playing goalkeepers in the side to get the best value possible out of that bench boost chip. Olsen is most likely to parting squad for Ariza Balaga. Both Raya and Martinez are two very good goalkeeper picks as well. Maybe even Steele from Brighton. He's one to consider. But I'm going for Ariza Balaga here. He's been in good touch for Chelsea this season. Has very good stats per 90. Actually has better per 90 numbers in terms of goalkeeper stats than Martinez and Raya. So that's why I'm opting to go for Ariza Balaga. And he probably has the best double game week out of these three goalkeeper picks, mainly with Aston Villa at home as one of his fixtures. So after these two moves are made, we are taking a -4 hit, but I do think it's worth it, and it does leave us with 1.7 left in the bank. So with these transfers in mind, let's have a look at our double game week 29 team. So here is how our double GW29 team is currently lining up. As you can see here, we do have lots of double game week players, and I'm pretty happy in general with how the team is shaping up for double game week 29, and especially on the bench boost as well. As our two goalkeeper options, Ramsdale there is the player with the single game week. He's got Leeds at home. Kepa's there with Aston Villa and Liverpool at home. So a very good set of fixtures for both goalkeepers, to be fair. Even though Ramsdale does have the single fixture, Leeds at home is still a really good chance for a clean sheet for Arsenal. And regardless of which keepers on the bench, they both should hopefully be producing returns this week, as I would really benefit from an Arsenal clean sheet. As you can see here, Ben White is also on the bench as well for Arsenal. He's obviously got Leeds at home. He's actually picked himself up a goal and an assist in his last couple of games for Arsenal, so he has picked up more attacking returns recently. Hopefully this trend can continue into double game week 29. If he can accompany an attacking return with a clean sheet, I'm sure he'll be on for lots of FPL bonus points as well. Looking at the other starting players, pretty happy with the defense. Trippier's in there. Obviously, he's a very popular pick. Henry and Estupinian have been two fairly popular picks over recent weeks, especially ahead of game week 27, where lots of managers were looking to get in Brentford and Brighton assets for their good sets of double game weeks. So I think Henry and Estupinian, two players that I expect to perform quite well, as they both have pretty decent fixtures. Henry's definitely got the harder of the two fixtures with Brighton and Manchester United compared to Estupinian with Brentford and Bournemouth. I really like this Brighton double game week. I think it's probably the best or second best double game week between them and Leicester. So I'm really looking forward to see what those Brighton assets can produce. And then accompany them, Badiashile as well. He's in defence. It's going to be interesting to see Badiashile's minutes, what they're like over the double game week. He's been in and out of that Chelsea side with some Graham Potter rotation. Hopefully he does start the game against Aston Villa rather than the one against Liverpool, just because he's got a better chance of a clean sheet in this one, in my opinion. But if he can start both games, definitely would be preferable. But it's really going to be hard to tell whether he's going to be playing in one, two, or neither games, just because of the amount of rotation that Graham Potter's had in this Chelsea team. It's very difficult to predict what their starting back three centre-backs are going to be like, or whether they're playing a back four with just the two centre-backs. It's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. Otherwise, in the midfield, a fairly strong batch of four players in the middle of the park. And if you're assuming you drop Odegaard to the bench and start Harvey Barnes, it's four players all with double game weeks this week for us in midfield: Rashford, Salah, Harvey Barnes, and Solly March. Obviously Odegaard's there with the single fixture. Once again, having triple Arsenal on the single fixture at Leeds at home, still a really good fixture to have as a single game week, so I'm not going to get rid of those Arsenal players. I have seen a lot of managers transfer out the likes of Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. I wouldn't recommend doing this. Leeds at home is still a really good fixture, and I wouldn't be surprised if Odegaard, Saka, and Martinelli can match some of those other popular double game week options, despite only having the single game week for FPL points. So I still think holding on to Odegaard is the right decision. Rashford, Salah, obviously two options that have been in very good form, especially recently. They both don't have the easiest double game weeks. Potentially Rashford just has the slightly easier one, as that fixture against Brentford at home definitely worthwhile targeting. Definitely keeping an eye on his injury, how it progresses. He didn't travel with the England squad, which is probably a good sign in the sense that he's going to be very well rested. There's no extra chance of him further aggravating that injury. So hopefully he's good to go for Manchester Manchester United's double game week. Mo Salah's been in great touch. He's a good captaincy contender as well. And if Rashford is also good for both games, it's going to be interesting to see what managers choose as their FPL captain. Salah's a good pick. Rashford's a good pick. I know Matoma's probably going to be a very popular option. That's why I've gone for Solly March as our captain pick, actually. Brentford and Bournemouth are really good double game week. March has been in superb form. He's picked himself up returns in his last couple of game weeks now in FPL. So I think Solly March, a really solid pick. At Brentford and Bournemouth, two excellent fixtures from an attacking perspective. Obviously, I want to try and captain a midfielder. They get extra points for the goal, plus they get the extra clean sheet point. So Solly March right now is my captain. That could easily change to Marcus Rashford. Mo Salah also a very good pick. A Stupinan also in defence. If Brighton pick up a couple of clean sheets, he'll be on for a mega haul for FPL points. Harvey Barnes could be a huge differential captain. Crystal Palace away, Aston Villa at home. A couple of really good fixtures from an attacking perspective for Leicester, and Leicester are a good side in terms of their goal scoring capabilities. So Harvey Barnes, another differential captain. Solly March for sure will be a big differential captain pick. Obviously Rashford and Salah, two of the more safer options, just because I think they're going to be fairly highly selected and highly captained amongst FPL managers at this game week. But right now Solly March is the man for us. Haaland also does remain on the side. This is also another key talking point of the team, especially after this Haaland flag, whether to go from Haaland to Kane. Kane also with a single game week fixture, but he's got Everton away. Harry Kane, though, probably has better fixtures coming up after Game Week 29. Manchester City also have a decent chance of blanking in Game Week 32, so that's also a downside of having Haaland over Kane. But right now, just considering how good Haaland has been at goal scoring, got himself 5 goals in the Champions League, 3 goals in the FA Cup. I fancy him for an attacking return in this fixture against Liverpool. Obviously not the best single game week fixture, but it is Erling Haaland, so he's always going to be a good option in any given game week regardless of the fixture. And Tony does accompany him up top. He's got Brighton and Manchester United both away. Once again, not the easiest fixture from a double game week perspective, but he's a striker in form and he can score against most teams in the competition. The third forward option to go with is Ollie Watkins as well. He's got Chelsea away, but the main fixture I wanted to target was the Leicester away fixture in the double game week. Leicester's defence definitely not the strongest this season, and Watkins has been in really good form recently for Aston Villa. He's pretty much getting involved in most of their goals that they've scored in recent games, so I really like Ollie Watkins as an option in the forward line. He's also a massive differential. His ownership still hasn't skyrocketed massively, and I don't necessarily expect it to do so, as it isn't necessarily a standout double game week fixture, but I still think it's one worthwhile targeting, with Leicester being one of those two double game week fixtures. And then looking around the bench, as we touched on earlier, Ariza Balaga is there, Barnes is there, and White is there. Assuming that we drop all the single game week players to the bench and play the full team of double game week players, it's going to be Ramsdale, Ben White, and Odegaard, 3 single game week Arsenal players, all against Leeds at home. A very good single fixture, and Haaland, of course, will be on the bench as well. He's got Liverpool at home. So 4 single game week players on the bench, all with fairly good fixtures, and 11 starting players, all with double game week fixtures on a -4. I'm very excited to see how double game week 29 plays out. There hasn't been a double game week this big in quite a while in FPL in recent memory, so I'm pretty excited to see how this team does perform. Obviously, taking a -4 hit in my opinion is worth it. You're getting in 2 double game week players with really good double game weeks that have a good chance of FPL points returns, and I would expect them each to score more than 4 points in their double game week, being Ariza Balaga and Barnes. So really looking forward to double game week 29. The team is subject to some change. These transfers aren't locked in. Barnes and Ariza Balaga aren't locked in. So if there's developments in Rashford and Haaland injuries, maybe those are going to be more priority transfers that we have to look out for. But currently, this is sort of our first first bench boost team selection for double game week 29. There could be some further alterations, which we will discuss with you guys in the future, but pretty happy with how the team is shaping up right now. Thanks for watching today's team selection for double game week 29, where we have activated our bench boost chip. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel and pushes the video out to more people. Also, to make sure you guys don't miss any future FPL videos, have that notification bell turned on. There is going to be more team selection videos and more FPL related videos in the build up to double game week 29, plus a few more doubles and blanks in the remainder of the season. A busy fixture schedule in terms of FPL coming up just around the corner, so stay tuned for more FPL videos. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.